anything that tells a woman, hey, this is not good behavior, or yo, this is unattractive or whatever, is almost always going to get hit with, that's misogynistic, that's small dick energy, that's insecure, you're just scared of a strong woman, etc. Guys don't want to hear that fuck shit. So they just keep their mouth shut.
Here's what it comes down to. You like a man because he's a man, right? Because of his masculine energy. You wouldn't like a man that talks like this and moves his hands like this, right?
No.
So men don't like when you talk like a man because they want a woman.
But they still fucked me though.
But,
Period.
But the thing is that like you can't be mad at men for wanting feminine women.
Just like how I'm
Ladies,
not mad
real
at
quick,
men
real
for
quick.
Countless
showing all
boyfriends.
their
How many
money
of you want me to count?
Ladies, you cannot use they still want to fuck me though. Like if let's reverse the roles a little bit, because I got to use your logic back on you, right?
Yeah.
Let's switch it up. Let's say I had a bunch of girls that I hang out with and we're all platonic friends. I don't fuck any of them, but I hang out with them. Can I go around and brag that I have a bunch of girls that friend zone me?
No.
It's not even.
Hold on. Can I brag about that?
No.
No, right? Can I brag about that?
No.
Okay.
But it's
so
not
hold
even
on.
like.
So a woman cannot brag about men wanting to have sex with her, or her being able to get a bunch of guys that are attracted to her from a sexual standpoint. It's not. It's the same thing.
And
Like,
maybe she
we're
should have
already
rephrased it. Maybe it should be rephrased.
But she's
that
literally
we got
talking about.
cuffed.
She's literally talking about how
Relationships.
masculinity does not make a man attracted to like a masculine female.
I mean, I just want you guys to. I'm gonna let you guys finish it because I'm taking some notes here on what you guys are talking about. But I just want to make this very clear that just so that we kind of understand this. Women use that all the time. That well, guys are giving me attention and guys want to fuck. That does not mean anything.
No,
that's
that
like
doesn't mean
that's like me saying I have a bunch of girls that have me in the friend zone. I go out with them. They're my girlfriends, but I don't fuck any of them.
Obviously,
I
they
can't
wanna
brag
fuck any of
because
them.
I'm not attractive enough to get sexual intimacy from them. Just like a woman isn't necessarily attractive enough to get any type of commitment from the men. It doesn't take much to get sex from a man, and it doesn't take much to get friend zoned by a woman.
No,
Same thing. It's the same exact situation. So you can't brag about men offering you dick or wanting to hang out with you. It's about what guys can you retain.
Bragging in
guys can you
general is
retain?
just not feminine. It's very masculine. It's very competitive.
I highly disagree.
It's very in your
How is
face.
Not that it's not
But
masculine.
that's
It's
all
just
I'm
not
saying.
cute. It's just not cute.
Go ahead.
How
It's
is
not-
bragging
yeah.
masculine?
All I'm
It's not
saying.
cute.
Girls
Cute
can
is
do it.
feminine.
Doesn't make it masculine. It's just
guys,
not
guys.
cute.
One mic at a time so that we can
Go
make
ahead.
sure all of you guys can get heard.
Good.
You had something, and then who's next? Who else said that? You had something too?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
All I'm saying is independence from a female does not equal masculinity.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Does it?
Right, like I'm saying, like how is getting it on your own, like masculine? You're proud of yourself for getting this and getting that
Speak to
without
Mike.
having the help of somebody else. So how is that masculine that you're how is it masculine that you're proud of what you got? Like, say you worked hard for this fucking Louis bag. You're gonna be like, yo, bitch, guess what? I just got this Louis bag and I paid
Yup.
300 something for this shit. And you're bragging about it because you feel good that you finally did this shit by yourself versus a nigga having to get that shit for you.
But I
Just
mean,
the
if you're
traits that come with
if
the
you're posting about it
independence.
and you're throwing it in people's face, how proud of yourself are you really? Because you're kind of asking for validation from strangers.
Okay, but who
and
really goes
praise.
about bragging about it?
Okay, question.
Who
you-
what?
Who really goes like, oh yeah?
That's
bragging
very
about it like
common.
that?
Very common. Girls who
like-
do OnlyFans will literally post their statements. Their screen.
Oh, well, them hoes is
screenshot.
different. I don't know what type of hoes y'all
Well, let's
talking
talk about, like,
Them
real
bitches
life
are
shit.
different.
That's very common. And I think it's so normalized nowadays because you hear women like Cardi B doing that, for example, but she's doing it for show, right? You think Cardi B's masculine with her husband?
No.
She's not. And that's why she has a ring on her finger.
Mhm.
She probably acts like a super feminine mother around her husband, and that's why she's wifed. But you guys are so used
someone
to
had
seeing
something?
the other
You had
side.
something, right?
Because she knows how to be independent and then submissive with her husband, like I was saying before. You can be independent and then be submissive.
Exactly.
I've done it countless fucking times. I don't act like, oh, yo, what's up with my boyfriend? No, I'm very submissive. He tells me what to do and I do it. Hard to see, but yeah, that's how I am. I'm very submissive.
But I think when you're
So
independent,
you can do that.
it comes with those traits. Like you're used to getting your own money. You're not used to relying on other people, like other men. And when you're more submissive, you listen to the guy. And when you're independent, you're used to being the leader. That's the difference.
It's
As
also
a woman, I think femininity shouldn't be selective. Just be a woman. Just let yourself be a woman.
Interesting.
Why not?
It's also how you're raised. Because
But
my
what
daddy did not
is-
raise me
what
that
is-
way.
What is
That's
a
all I
woman?
have to
Like,
say.
there is no real definition to being a woman. Like,
Yeah, I don't know why you're
what's
putting a
being
definition to
woman?
it.
Like,
You have your own definition to being a woman, then great, be that woman. But don't label another woman for being too masculine. You get clients for being a personal trainer, right? You got your booty. You're bragging about your booty bouncing. You're bragging about being a personal trainer, right?
No, I'm providing services to help women feel
Yeah.
better about themselves
but you're
and
gonna
get
brag about it, right?
healthier. I'm not coming from a place that I'm better than you. I have a
Okay,
blah blah. No.
that's different though. There's
But
different
just
places
compare.
of bragging.
Just like Nina said, you don't want like
Myron,
a feminine.
am I
dude,
not?
You know what I
Myron
mean?
knows more about my personal life. Am I not making huge financial moves right now? And I have not said a single word on the internet.
Yeah. You don't talk about your
For
you do well.
what?
You do well and you don't brag
Like
about it.
why?
So she's saying basically in a nutshell, and I get what you're saying too as well, that if you're meeting a guy, right, don't brag to him about what you've made or what you've created. Let him just see it by discovery. You don't have to say it to his face. A lot of girls will throw, oh, I'm a PhD. I'm this and that. I got my own business. Niggas don't care because he wants to get to know who you are, what you're about, but your income doesn't matter to him
No.
for the most part.
All right. Anybody else had anything that they wanted to say? I want to kind of let the ladies talk it out amongst each other before I say anything.
I mean, like you can get mad at me for saying that.
No, they ain't mad
Take
at
it
you.
as it is.
They ain't mad at you.
I'm
You
not
know, you
mad.
can
It's
either,
just
it can
discussion.
either
I hope none of you
resonate
ladies
with
get
you
mad. It's
or
just
not.
discussion.
I'm not telling you how to be a woman, what a woman is or
I mean, I
isn't.
wouldn't take the opinion either way. With all respect, I wouldn't take the opinion either way.
It
But
just
it is what
confuses
it
me
is.
how, like, me personally, I don't sit there and brag about it. I don't do that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it confuses me how guys could sit there and say, and I see countless posts on Instagram, countless guys sitting there reposting and calling it out. Oh, all females, all bitches, especially in Miami. I've peeped this since I moved to Miami.
Mhm.
All bitches is leeches. Oh, they just want a man to do everything for them. Where's the independent females and all that shit? But then when they get one, they don't know what to do with it and they don't want it. But you was just sitting here saying that a female is a leech. When she sits there and depends on you and relies on you, she's a leech.
All right. So here's the thing.
I'm confused.
Yeah. So number
Yeah.
one, you got to understand men are going to say and do anything they got to say to get laid. All right. So they're going to give you conflicting pieces of information. So that's number one. So
So basically, the bullshitting.
yeah,
Yeah,
of course.
pretty
And
much.
we say it all the time on this podcast. Men lie to get sex, and they will say fuck shit like, I like strong and independent women. The reality is, guys, is that you can go ahead and be strong and independent, but just understand that you are going to alienate a bunch of guys from wanting to deal with you because women that are here's the thing. You cannot be independent and be a wife. They cannot coexist. Okay? Because to be a wife, you need to be a helpmate. So
Oh,
therefore,
yeah.
it goes directly against being independent. So at some point, it depends on what you want to do more. Do you want to be strong and independent and your own boss? Or do you want to be a wife? But you can't be both.
You can't be both because woman
can't.
was made for man.
Yeah. So all I'm saying is that if you want to be a boss, you got to take what comes with that, which you're going to be repellent to a lot of men. Like Nina said, it's true. Women that act a certain way and are masculine in general. And like, here's the thing about being successful women. Like, you might say, oh, well, I could be successful and be feminine too. Not really, because the things that it takes to be successful, a higher earner, inherently makes you masculine. You have to be competitive, non-agreeable, decisive, dominant, confident, ambitious, etc. These are all masculine traits, whether you want to accept it or not.
How there's multiple bitches doing OnlyFans and they're successful.
Yeah.
And that's not being masculine.
No,
They're being
what you don't
very
see-
feminine.
No. They're extremely masculine and other things. You don't see what you see on OnlyFans is just a smidgen of all the work that actually goes in. You don't see them planning out the content, shooting the content, working long hours, putting other things on the back burner to get their work done. Girls that earn a lot on OnlyFans work a lot. Like it's
a full-time
It's a full-time job. You know what I'm saying? So it's very difficult to preserve that femininity while also being a go-getter and making a lot of money because the same traits it takes you to make a lot of money go against feminine traits. It is what it is. Like as a woman that's feminine, you want to, you're more docile. You want to be with a man that's going to take a charge, assertive, etc. It's very difficult for a woman to pick and choose and turn that off. You know what I'm saying? Someone that's an A-type personality is an A-type personality. You can't turn that shit off. It's very difficult to do. You know what I'm saying? People that work hard all the time in all facets of their life.
Mhm.
You know, I'm an A-type personality. I can't really turn it off. But when I'm around a girl that's an A-type person, I'm like, ew, this shit's fucking gross. I don't like this shit. And a lot of guys agree with me that are higher earners or, do well in their life because Men become successful so that they don't have to deal with another successful woman.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The guys that sit there that say, I want a boss babe or whatever, it's cap, bro. They say that because that's what women want to hear nowadays. Like, if you want to like lie to women, say you want a chick that's fucking a boss, makes a lot of money, successful, blah, 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 because that works because more women are getting educated now. More women are earning more money. So you're going to be more attractive to a lot of women when you say that bullshit. But the reality is you heard it. You just said it yourself. They get that girl and they don't want to deal with it. Yeah, because it goes against the natural state. A man is supposed to lead, not a woman. So if a chick comes in and acts like a dude, you're going to be like, what the fuck? It's like, just like Nina said, if I start wearing heels and acting like a girl, you're going to look at me like, what the fuck? This is disgusting. But why is it okay for a woman to act like a dude and be strong and independent, blah, 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 and I think I should accept that? No, I don't like that shit. It's not that I'm insecure. It's that it's just not attractive.
How is she acting like a dude because she's making her own shit?
Because
like what nigga? Okay, like think about it. Do you want to be that nigga where the girl's always asking, babe, I need this for my nails. I need this for my hair. I need this. Oh, I need my rent paid. I need that. I need this. I need that. I need this. I need that. Do you want to keep hearing that all day, or do you want a female that can do all of that shit by herself?
You're missing the point. It's not the money. Money is merely the byproduct of those personality traits. You understand? So the money is just the end product. What it takes to make the money is the ambition, the confidence, the leadership, the decisiveness, the non-agreeableness, the ambition, etc. The money is just the end at the end of it, but you don't see what it took to make that money. People that make money all have similar traits that are indistinguishable. Like pretty much, if you look at any millionaire, they're all going to have very similar traits. Anyone that's a high earner has very similar traits. And they're traits that tend to be masculine that are not attractive to men. Attractive to women, but not attractive to men. I don't want a chick that's going to argue with me and try to tell me, oh, I want to do this and I'm a go-getter, I'm a boss and all this other shit. I don't give a fuck about that. Matter of fact, like the more money a man makes, the less he cares how much money a girl makes. And I could tell you that from like, as a high earner myself, fresh, guys that we know that make money, that are successful, we don't give a fuck about girls that make money. We just have sex with those girls that kick them to the curb. We don't take them serious because we know that they're more than likely not going to be adequate partners to us. Girls that make money and are successful have bad habits that just are not that attractive to men. If I wore Jimmy Choo's heels on Saturdays, you look at me like, what the fuck? Oh no, it's just something that I do. You're like, what? You won't even give me a chance. But why am I supposed to accept a girl that acts like a dude? I'm a boss. I'm gonna go get my money, son.
Yeah, no.
Okay, cool. You are sex only, my friend.
You ain't breaking up with me.
You know,
It's facts though. And look,
that's the truth.
you might find a guy, right, willing to, I want to say, take that burden. However, guess what? Like you said earlier, you're the one that had to like, lead that interaction because you knew what you wanted. He didn't know what he wanted.
Mhm.
And as that and that whole temperament right there says that you're the leader.
Mhm.
So I mean, you somehow
And
managed
which I
to,
did admit, like I was the lead at first.
but you managed to make it work in this deception. But we're just saying, 9 out of 10 times, if a girl is masculine in her approach, she meets a guy and she leads the relationship, it does end in a failure. Most of the time, anyway.
Women are incapable of leading men in a relationship. Period. It don't work.
That's also because, and I can relate to this personally, is
Mm.
if the woman herself does not want to allow herself to be cared for and
Compromise.
compromised, yes, cared for, and that's because of trauma from the past. Like for example, like when I got with Joel, this is my boyfriend's name,
Mhm.
I would not let him buy me shit. Like when I'm
Right.
telling you, absolutely not even food, ice cream, a candy bar, none of it. Why? Because my ex from before bought me one pair of like a set of some shit, like underwear and bottoms, and I gave him my paintings. I asked for the paintings back. He charged me and said, give me back the shit that I bought you. And I said, I didn't even want that fucking shit because I hate when people buy me shit. And it took me 3 years to feel comfortable enough to not say no, please don't buy me that fucking shit. Please don't buy me that fucking shit to Joel.
But see, notice what happened there, right? You didn't let him be a man. Men want to take care of you,
Yes.
right? And if he wants to be a man in your life, if you don't let him be a man,
But
what's
then men
happening?
also have to not traumatize women in a relationship and after a relationship.
I'll take it a step further.
Mhm.
The world doesn't owe you understanding. Like I don't have to
No.
sit there and wait 3 years and deal with your trauma. Like fuck that shit. I'm like, I'm going to talk to another girl that doesn't have issues. And I'm not saying that to make fun
No,
of
no,
you.
no.
But,
That's understood.
Like I want women to understand because I've noticed you guys keep talking from your lens. Oh, well, to me, my situation. I need you guys to step out of your own two shoes and realize that the world doesn't owe you understanding. No one gives a fuck about your background. No one gives a fuck about your trauma. Men don't have to accept you as you come. They can just deal with you. Maybe, okay, this girl has some issues. She's too competitive. She acts like a dude. I'm just gonna fuck her and not take her serious. And a lot of guys think like that. They'll just never tell you the truth. And the thing is this with women, at least for men, we can deal with a girl and she rejects you and you get rejected. You know you fucked up. She don't like you, whatever. Men, however, is different. He'll reject you covertly. You won't even know. He'll fuck with you, maybe take you on a date or two, have sex with you, not call you back, not take you serious, whatever, and you'll never know why. And the reason why a lot of the times is because you did something that made you a non-candidate for anything serious. So you now get put in the sex-only lane. And that happens to so many girls, and they don't know why. And I'm telling y'all, a big reason why is because girls act like dudes. They think it's acceptable behavior, and it really isn't. It's just that most guys are not going to step up and say, yo, you're acting like a nigga. This shit's unattractive as fuck. They don't want to say that shit because they're gonna lose the box. You're gonna probably shame them. You're insecure, small dick energy. You're scared of me. They just don't want to deal with it. They're gonna fuck and then do what they got to do to fuck, and then they're gonna move on to the next girl. Men don't care about your problems. They're gonna find a girl that isn't gonna have the problems, and that's who they're gonna wife up.
But
So-
at least you're willing to change
Yeah.
and do that paradigm shift. However, it took 3 years. Some women never change.
No,
So-
that's a problem.
Yeah.
And that is a problem. But we also have to realize it's not always the female's fault.
And then hold on. I'll say this: the guy that did that to you, it's fucked up, 100%. However, for you to put that burden on somebody else that's new, come on now, that in itself is
No.
fucked up.
No, and I told him that's not his like problem. And if he wanted to eventually, yes, it didn't take 3 years for him to buy me shit. Don't get me wrong. But to feel comfortable enough for me not to feel bad for him buying me shit. Like, bro, like I literally felt that. Sometimes I would fucking cry. That's how traumatic it fucking felt. But again, yeah, we're not putting burdens on myself. I don't give a fuck no more. That was 3
Right.
years ago. I was 18.
Okay.
It's fine.
Yeah.
But as long as y'all, if you don't let yourself grow, it's not going to go anywhere. And that's what the problem is. She's not gonna allow himself to grow. He doesn't want to do anything. He doesn't want to understand her. She doesn't want to be non-independent. And that's not gonna go anywhere.
All I'm saying is that the more strong and independent you are going to alienate a good portion of men that you would probably find attractive from taking you seriously. Because men don't want to date themselves, ladies. You know what I'm saying? They just don't. Like, I don't want to date a girl that is like me. That's not attractive. That's ambitious and a go-getter and etc. And people that are, and here's the thing, man. I've hung out with successful girls. I've dated lawyers. I've dated doctors. I've dated women that were in law enforcement. As you guys know, I used to be a federal agent. I've worked with, I dated a girl that worked for DEA for a bit. It's terrible, bro. It's annoying as fuck dealing with chicks that like work that are masculine because they act like guys. Everything is competitive and it's not attractive, bro. Like it just isn't. Like it, and guys will sit here and lie and be like, "Oh, I like a girl that's a go-getter," or whatever. Most guys don't, bro. They're just not going to be honest about it because anything that tells a woman, "Hey, this is not good behavior," or "Yo, this is unattractive," or whatever, is almost always going to get hit with, "That's misogynistic. That's small dick energy. That's insecure. You're just scared of a strong woman," etc. Guys don't want to hear that fuck shit. So they just keep their mouth shut, sex only, and I'm just going to move on to the next girl. This girl is already not a candidate for anything serious, but they're going to play the game to get the sex. So I'm telling you guys the truth about why guys really be ghosting a lot of chicks a lot of the time. And they'll never tell you this shit. They never will. So when you run around, bing bong, nigga, like they're like, okay, I'm just going to fuck this girl and never take her serious. But y'all will never know that.
That's true. Any thoughts on that?
No, that is true. I have an older brother. That's true.
Bing
Yeah.
bong.
Yeah, bing bong. You know what I'm saying? So
I don't know why like it's so hard to get women to understand that femininity, a woman being in touch with her femininity is not weak. There's nothing wrong with it. It is what it is. Men like women for being women and women like men for being men. It's always going to be that way. It's always been that way. So just
well, we live in a world now.
It's
Nia.
because
I mean, I didn't say
society-
being a female.
Society tells
Society.
you, get your bag, sis. You don't
It's
need a
society,
man. You can do it on your
music.
own. And then that comes with independent traits.
I mean,
so
I'm not
That's a
then
lie.
there- exactly.
If a woman
You know what I
says,
mean?
because we've had on podcasts before, we've actually brought some, some career women on, a stay-at-home mom, whatever. The girl that says I'm a stay-at-home mom, the other girls kind of look at her like, they like snicker at her like, "Yo, you're a fucking bum."
yeah.
But what they don't realize is like she actually has the hardest job at the table. You know what I'm saying?
Literally.
But like being a mother, being a stay-at-home mom, whatever, these are things that are made fun of. Women are told go to school, get your education, whatever, which is cool. Like I don't have a problem with women that go to school and want to make money. But I always tell women, the more you become successful, the more it's gonna bite you in the ass later on in life when you don't expect it. It's actually gonna hurt your ability to get married in the future.
So are
And
you telling
also,
girls to
when you
not be
get-
successful?
Hold on.
Are you telling girls to not be
No,
successful?
No.
we're
It's the
not-
opposite.
like-
It's the opposite. I said become successful, but I want you to go in there and understand that you're going to lower your ability to find a man
And
as you become more and more successful.
here's the worst part too. When they get older, it's a wrap. So
Yeah.
how old are you?
I'm 22.
She young.
You're young. you were able to change.
Yeah.
Imagine you were 30 plus years old. You think you
I
would change for
mean,
any man?
Yeah.
No, because you're set in your ways.
Shout out
So
to
the
Ray.
No,
older you
I've seen
get,
it
bro.
happen though. I've seen it happen though.
No, but I'm saying, generally
Rarely.
speaking, the older you get, the hard. Like for example, it's hard to teach a old dog new tricks, right?
Yes.
Same thing with a girl. Is she set in her ways from all the trauma in her life? Is she gonna change for one guy? Probably not. So we're just saying it's harder for a girl that has that. I want to say successful traits and the age as well.
There's some like crazy stat. If a woman is like single by 35, never been married, she's never gonna be married. Some
Bro,
crazy stat like that. You know what I'm
it's
saying?
crazy,
Like
man.
it's all I'm saying is that as men make more money and become successful, doors open. As women make more money and become successful, doors close.
I also think by that time, once women become highly successful, a lot of them, I mean, yes, a lot of them are looking to be married after they become successful, but a lot of them also aren't at
It's
that
too late
point.
though.
Yeah, they aren't at
It's too
that
late
point.
at that
They don't
point.
care.
And some don't
because
care.
A lot of men at that point, because a lot of men have backed them up because they don't appreciate how successful, because they take it as masculinity. And
It is though. Successful women, women that earn a
I
lot
can
of
see what
money
you're
are
talking about.
masculine. Trust me. Like I've
Just not.
dated them. They are. They're competitive. They want to compare. You know how much money they make to you. They want to talk about
That's sad.
degrees. They want to talk about accolades. They want to.
They wanna lead.
They want to lead with their success. And it's like, bruh, like this shit is annoying. You know what I'm
All
saying?
I can
men
agree. That is
want,
definitely annoying.
all men want is soft, nurturing, caregiving energy, loving, soft. That's all they want. Like it's
She's
really
right, though.
not that
She's right.
hard.
She's right.
It's
But I will
not
say,
that
though,
hard.
And here's the thing,
Yeah.
Nina, you're not a bum. You do pretty well for yourself. You know what I'm saying? But you
Thank
don't
you.
lead ever with your success financially.
Never.
You know what I'm saying? Not
I
to
mean,
put your business out
I
there,
don't
but-
want men. I don't want to attract men who just want me because of my money to begin with.
Yeah,
You know
that's
what I
true.
Well,
mean?
you do tell them because of your booty.
Yeah, yeah,
But
totally.
that's another story.
That's
Yeah.
another story for
Okay,
another
chats
day.
real quick.
Yeah. Any before we go into chats, anybody got anything they want to say or anything?
So do you think a girl should focus on her success or her like getting her like family, finding a husband first? Like what should a girl focus on?
That's a great.
You know what I mean?
Honestly, it depends on what that woman wants. Like some girls don't give a fuck about children and family, and if that really, which I would say that's dangerous. But hey, if you want to focus on you, that's fine. Go ahead and go to school. But my thing is, I just want women to understand that if you want a family, you are gonna have to work for it. You're gonna have to go out there and actually try to pursue and find a man and get married. I think girls kind of think oh, you know what? Let me put that as a fifth priority. Let me focus on school, making money, etc. It doesn't operate like that.
Yeah.
Listen, we're just saying it's your life. Live it how you want.
Yeah.
However, if you want certain things, you gotta move a certain way.
Yeah.
And you can't choose a path and then say, "Oh, I'm gonna change later on," because you're too far set in your ways, and that could disrupt your whole mindset.
We lie to women all the time and tell them you can become a scientist, an astronaut, whatever, and then have a family and be a
After.
career woman and all the other. It's not gonna work, bro. Like by the time you got your master's
It's gonna
degree
be
and
too
you're
late.
29, 30, whatever it is, the same men you're competing for, they're gonna go get a fucking 21-year-old, bro. I'm telling you.
Mark,
Like, yeah.